Hi developers, welcome once again to Programming Fields. I'm Umesh Rana and you are watching the Laravel 13 AI SDK series where we are building LaraChat, a ChatGPT style AI application using Laravel 13, Livewire 4, Gemini and the official Laravel AI SDK package. In the previous videos, we added tools to LaraChat. So we added custom tools for database queries, providers like web fetch, web search. Our chatbot can now call real PHP functions, query products, search orders, and browse the internet. But every response comes back as free text. That means as a string format, right? That is fine for chat, but if you want to build dashboards, product cards, API responses, or save structured data to your database, free text is useless, correct? So if I will show you the database, inside this, we have agent conversation messages, right? So here, all the messages are being stored, correct? Here we have this content in the text format. This is a string, correct? And we have controller in which we handled this streaming response. So inside HTTP controllers, we have this stream controller. And here we streamed the AI response and we returned the final response here, correct? So today in this episode, we will fix that with two features. Firstly, the structured output. So where you define a JSON schema and the AI is forced to return clean, validated JSON that matches it. So it won't return in a string format that looks like JSON, actually typed or structured data, right? And second, we will work on sub-agents, where our main chat agent can delegate specific tasks to a specialized agents. We will build a product analyzer agent that knows how to analyze products and return structured data. And our chat agent will call it as a tool whenever it needs a product analysis. This is where AI applications stop being chatbots and start being real software. So if you are learning something new, you can subscribe to Programming Fields, hit the bell icon and share this video with your fellow developers. Now let's build this. So firstly, I will jump to the official documentation of Laravel. I will search for Laravel AI SDK and I will jump on this official documentation. Here we have this agents, right? And we have this structured output. So if you want your agent to return a structured output, we will have to implement this has structured output interface. And this will require that your agent define a schema method. So currently in our chat agent, we don't have a schema method, correct? We have instructions and tools only. So in order to have this structured output, we will have to define this schema in which we will define the output of the AI response. So currently I don't want to use this chat agent for the structured output. For this, I will create a separate agent which will be used for product analysis. So I will quickly jump to the terminal and here I will create one more agent using PHP addition make agent command and I will specify the agent name as ProductAnalyzerAgent. Okay. And I want this agent as structured. So if we'll check out the official documentation, here inside agents, we will have structured. Okay. So let's jump to this agent. While creating it, we can specify this structured flag. Let's copy this, jump back to the terminal and let's enter this structured and hit enter. Now we have one agent created as product analyzer agent. So if we'll jump to this, we will have a schema method here, correct? Now if we'll see the differences in this chat agent, which was non-structured agent, right? Here we don't have schema method, but in this product analyzer agent, we have this schema function, correct? So this is done. This is the difference between a structured and non-structured agent. Now, firstly, I will start with this class implementation. So we already have this has a structured output implemented using this AI contracts, correct? Now, in the very first step, we will have to update this instruction. I will specify some instruction as you are a product analysis specialist, okay? And when given a product name or category, analyze it based on the available data. And you can use this search products tool. We already have this search products tool here inside this, correct? So search products tool to look up real product information from the database and provide honest scores, practical pros and cons, and suggest cheaper alternatives, okay, when available. And in the last line I will add always base your analysis on actual product data, which is very necessary, right? Not assumption. So this will check from the actual product data. We already have search orders, search products, correct? Now next we have this tools, okay? So in the tool I will use search product tool, okay? This is done. And now we will have to define the schema. So in the schema I will set some structured output, okay? So I will start with product. So for product, we have schema string, and in the description, I will set some message like the name of the analyzed product, and we can keep this required to true, okay? Next, I will set a score, product score. So I will use a schema integer, and in this I will set mean as 1, max score should be like 10. In the description I will set overall product score from 1 to 10, okay? This will be like a rating, and let's skip required for this as well. Next I will copy it. I will add for product verdict. So this should be like a string only, and we can remove this mean and max. In the description I will set something like one sentence summary of the product analysis. We can add pros and cons as well. So this will return multiple pros. In this schema I will set item, and this item should be type of string. In the description I will change this as list of product advantages. Now next I will add for cons as well. So this will have again array list of product disadvantages, okay? And we can add alternatives as well, like product alternatives. So alternatives, and in this we will have to define object so that we can have multiple alternatives product. So I will define a schema, and in this I will define some array, okay? And let's remove this item only. Inside this what we need name. So in the name, this name should be type of string. This description, it should be name of the cheaper alternative product, and we can add required, okay? This is done. Next, I can add price, schema, and the price should be number. We can add description as price of the alternative in INR. And again, this should be required. After price, we can add region for alternative, like why this is good option. So we can set the schema string again, description. We can highlight why this alternative is a good option with required, correct? And in this entire alternatives, we will have to add this description as this alternative is a cheaper alternative, product recommendation, and again this should be required. This is done. Now for sub agent, we will need to call name function. So if we'll jump to the official documentation, here in this sub agents, we have this name function. So here we will have to call this name function if you are going to use sub agents, so that it can call that agent properly. So let's copy this function and we can add it here, name, and this description as well. This is done, and better we can keep it here after this messages, and this messages function is not needed, so we can remove it as of now. We have this name, so I will change this name as let's say product analysis or analyzer. Now in the description, we can specify related to this sub agent function. So this work as analyze a product and return a structured evaluation with score, pros, cons, verdict, and a cheaper alternative. Correct? Apart from this, we can highlight use this when the user asks for product analysis, comparison, or recommendation with detailed breakdown. Okay, this is done. We already have tools. We called search products. We have this schema defined here. And let me walk through this agent first. So we have this instructions method. This agent is a specialist. It only does product analysis. Notice how focused the instructions are compared to our chat agent's general purpose instructions. So in the chat agent, we give in this prompt like this, right? So now we have to use this agent as a sub agent. So I will import one more interface, can act as a tool. If we'll check out the official documentation, here we should have can act as tool interface. This should be called on the sub agent in order to use this agent as a sub agent. So let's jump to the code editor back. So sub agents can have their own tools, just like we called search products here. Okay. Our product analyzer agent uses search products to look up real data before analyzing. So when the chat agent delegates a question to this agent will call search products to get real products data, then return a structured analysis. So this will work like tools inside tools, right? Now we will have to link this product analyzer agent in the chat agent as a tool. So I will navigate to this chat agent, and firstly I have commented these all provided tools. Okay. And after that, I will call product analyzer agent. Okay, this is done. Now when any user asks in the prompt like analyze the MacBook Air for a student, the chat agent reads the product analyzer agent. Now let's test this functionality in the browser. So let's jump to the application, and here I will give one prompt like analyze the MacBook Air for a student. They said, sorry, something went wrong. So let's navigate to the code editor and we will check log file and this thrown 503. Okay, so let's clear this log, and in the agent here I will use this max steps again. So I will call it max steps. I will set it 3 and let's import this attributes. Also I will use timeout attribute, and in the timeout I will set 120 seconds. This is done. Now I will give the same prompt like analyze the MacBook Air for a student. Now let's wait for the response again. And yes, here we got the detailed comparison. This took a longer time basically. So that totally depends on API call. Here, based on our prompt, analyze the MacBook Air for a student, and based on that, this returned this detailed verdict as pros, cons, and this overall score. So that's it for this video. Let's look at what we built. We created Product Analyzer Agent. Okay. This is a specialized agent that returns clean typed JSON with a product score, pros, cons, verdict, and a cheaper alternative. We used structured output with nested objects and arrays here in this schema, and we wired it as a sub agent inside our main ChatAgent class. So the chatbot can delegate product analysis task to a special agent, which is Product Analyzer Agent. Correct? This is the pattern behind real AI powered applications, not just chatbots, but systems that return structured data. You can use it in dashboards, APIs, database records, and UI components. Now in the next video, which will be the final episode of this series, we are going to cover embeddings and RAG. We will let users upload documents and chat with them. The AI will search through uploaded files to find answers grounded in real data. So that is the last major feature of the Laravel AI SDK package, and it will close out the Lara Chat series properly. After that, I will release a consolidate video, one complete video of build a ChatGPT clone in Laravel 13 tutorial, and I will combine the entire series into a single flagship video. If you build something cool with structured output or sub-agents, drop a comment. I want to see what kinds of specialized agents you are creating. And if you found this video helpful, like this video, subscribe to Programming Fields channel, hit the bell icon, and share this video with your developer friends. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.